have a few more popping up. Awesome. Well, welcome, friends and family, to our Transformation Thursday call. We're so honored to have you join us today. We all know time is our most valuable asset. So it is, yeah, just such a blessing to be here in person and see your faces. Maybe you're welcome to come on screen. I'd love to see your smiling faces back at me. And I like to express too that whoever invited you to this call truly believes in you and deeply cares about your well-being. So just keep that in mind as everything unfolds here. And again, we all really appreciate being able to share this moment together, right? So, my name's Nicole, and for the past 4 years, I've been blessed to be able to add these superfoods, regeneratively farmed, mineral-rich, detoxifying superfoods into my family's life every day. I'm a mother of three, two of whom are teenagers. So, yes, you can pray for me. Living it up here in Southwest Florida, but it wasn't always this way. I grew up on the outskirts of New Orleans and on the outskirts of poverty, but food was always the focus. It was definitely flavorful, but it wasn't always nutritious. I bet some of you can relate. When my husband and I prepared for children, we knew we couldn't just feed them flavorful food. We had to nourish them. So that sent us on a journey. And over the past 16 years, we explored what seemed like everything: raw veganism, homesteading, food foresting. We dove into ancestral ways of eating. We even moved across the country, searching for the right answers. Yet something still felt incomplete. The turning point for us was in 2021. Life hit us really hard. Our family was in a deep state of grief. We were navigating a horrific loss and a lot of uncertainty, truly barely holding on. We were living on a prayer. And that's when my dear friend, Mary Beth, delivered what I call our basket of hope. And at first, it just seemed like a box of nutrition, but truly it was a lifeline. For the first time, we felt deeply nourished. I even knew what the word satiated meant after that experience. The first 30 days of my entire family being on these superfoods, we felt restored and, by the grace of God, alive. So fast forward to now, my husband works out in the Florida hot sunshine all day, fueled with three shakes and a piece of fruit, and he stays energized and focused and fully satisfied until dinner. My children are no longer asking for food every 5 minutes, as they are truly nourished on a cellular level. So my mama heart can finally rest. And for me, I'm in my 40s now. I feel so strong in my body. I'm actually conditioning my body, and I have a desire to be more athletic than I ever dreamed of in my years. Um, and to top it off, I give the most gratitude since being consistent with the ultimate lifestyle transformation is our ability to emotionally be balanced. We're not falling into waves of despair or depression as the world continues to shift around us. Our mental and emotional well-being is thriving now that we have our internal terrain nourished. So that has been such a blessing for us. Icing on the cake is that I only have to prepare one meal a day. No more dishes, or mountains of dishes anyway. I have the freedom. We home educate our children. We spend lots of time in nature, and we can be of service to our community because we have the time and space now. Purium was truly the missing puzzle piece. It was literally the easy button and truly everything we were searching for. So the dream come true is, though, that it's available to everyone. Purium was literally the answer to our prayers, and it might be the answer to yours too. So I'm gonna get into it and share what it's all about. So I know we have some familiar faces here. So if you're on the superfood transformation, maybe drop a 2 in the chat if that's you. But for those who are brand new, I'm gonna go over the program. First, I'm gonna start off by saying this is not a diet. I think people need to know that because diets don't work long term. This program is going to help you reset your system, nourish, balance, prepare your gut, balance your hormones, improve your energy, help your sleep, reduce your joint pain. I think all of us can benefit from at least one of those, right? If not all. So, how does it work? The program has 2 meal replacements a day. You only have to make one meal, have healthy snacks on hand, So to say it simplifies your life is an understatement. And that's definitely what I've experienced. The meal replacements consist of gut support, high quality protein. We have Power Shake and our dark berry. We have a special pre and probiotic that's scientifically proven to remove pesticides and herbicides from your system. So let me show you. When you get this box, oh, it's heavy. It has some fun information inside. It comes with this really fun tracker sheet. And we do encourage everyone to track their journey. It has to mark your energy levels, to do your pictures, to do your measurements before you start. You don't have to share them with anyone, but seeing your own before and after is quite a revealing process. And I highly recommend. 4 years in, and I'm still doing this. You also will get a lifestyle guide and, of course, support from whomever invited you here. You could be added to, we have Facebook groups, there's testimonials, recipes, lots of educational support. So you are not alone. This is the Power Shake. It comes in this really awesome home compostable packaging. So there's no plastics in this. You add water, you shake it up, and you go. I love to use my full shaker bottle here. So fun. It's so convenient. It's gluten free. It's delicious. It's so simple, literally. Just shake it up and go. It's equivalent to 6 microgreen salads. Were you going to eat 6 microgreen salads for breakfast and lunch? Probably not. But now you can through these delicious shakes. One of the other shakes that we have too, well, this one is really special also because it helps the hormone, increase the hormone adiponectin in our body, and it helps decrease cravings. So there's bitters in here that will help you decrease cravings and for any addiction issues. So I just want to reiterate how special the Power Shake is. You also get the dark berry protein. The dark berry protein is one of our newer formulations. It has significant impact on your body, your brain, your blood vessels. It supports collagen, memory, focus, healthy blood pressure. It helps satisfy your hunger, all with pure nutrition. So the two of them combined are absolute match made in heaven. Um, we all know fruits and herbs are the basis of our cellular survival. And this ULT package, this box that you will get, is created to create transformational change in your body. So it's such a blessing. This is our protein. It's called Super Aminos 23. These are my absolute favorite. So if you know me, you know. But if you don't, I'm going to share. They were created by an Italian doctor whose patients were comatose and he needed something so their muscles wouldn't atrophy while they were bedridden. The protein is extremely high absorption rate of 99%. It doesn't strain your kidneys the way complex proteins do. It tightens your skin and it builds muscle. Yeah, you can see why they're my favorite, right? They're literally making me feel like an athlete at 40, what I never did in my entire life. So love those. Our gut support is the biomedic. This helps our body with inflammatory response. It's even proven to reduce C-reactive proteins by 75%. And if you didn't know, C-reactive proteins are the inflammation marker in the body. It also helps balance and repair the gut while removing glyphosate. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in the herbicide Roundup, which is linked to cancer, infertility, autoimmune, autism. The list goes on, dementia, gluten intolerances. So we want to get it out of our body as quick as possible, and we actually have a solution for it. So good. There's so many incredible stories of people on the biomedic reducing and even eliminating symptoms related to poor gut health. So you do those things twice a day. You have one meal a day, one healthy meal, and whole food snacks. You can snack on as much as you want, fruits and vegetables throughout the day. Of course, the less processed, the better. The more plant strong, the greater results. As the goal here is to alkaline the body. Before we go to bed, we do the apothecary. And if you've tried this tart cherry juice, you know how delicious it is. It helps clean your liver. It supports your kidneys so they can actually filter waste from your body. And it supports a healthy inflammatory response. So it's incredible. My kids ask for this, beg for this actually every night. It's the highest source of naturally occurring melatonin in any food. So super beautiful nighttime regimen. I actually sip on it all day. It doesn't make you sleepy, but it helps you get deep sleep. So that's really cool. What's also great about the ULT is that it also includes a very effective yet gentle parasite cleanse. And if you've been keeping up with the news, there's lots of talk going around with parasites and how they're linked to all kinds of different things people are dealing with right now. So ridding them out of the body is so important. This also helps with mold and yeast overgrowth too. So super amazing. This is just a portion of the 30 days you would do this. If you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding, we would switch this out and we would do the cracked cell chlorella. So I do know we have one mama on this call now, and she would use these, right? The cracked cell chlorella is a powerful blood builder. It supports healthy cell growth and function, is great for mama and baby. My kids actually love these too. They snack on them like little candies if I put them out on the counter. Yeah, so it's so simple, it's so convenient, and I know you guys are going to love it. You also get this really fun portable blender, and you just recharge it wherever you are with a USB. So fun. And it's really important to know too, this is one of the this is the main package that Purium offers, but we have all kinds of different programs to fit specific needs. So again, you want to work closely with the person who invited you to the call so you can discuss what your goals are and how to best serve you. These programs also qualify for HSA and FSA reimbursements too. So that's really fun new addition that we have. So make sure you talk to them about that if that applies to you. So that's kind of enough from me. Let's hear from you guys. Is there anyone who's done the program or is currently doing it? We'd love to hear your wins, big or small. We absolutely want to welcome everyone's voice to be shared. So if you have your camera on and you wouldn't mind sharing a quick story about your experience, please raise your hand. And as a reminder, we like to keep these to 2 short minutes or less. And we want to make sure that we don't say the words heal or reverse. So keep that in mind. Super Amy, did I see your hand up? Fun. Let's see if I can. Okay, we'll give you a second. Yeah, so exciting. So many people have so many life-changing transformations on this. So it's so fun to hear them live. If you go down to the bottom of your screen, you should be able to unmute. We can't hear you yet. It's okay. Yeah, if anybody else too would like to raise their hands and do a share, if you've been on this journey, we'd love to hear if you have any aha moments or any little pieces while Super Amy figures out. Yeah, if you go down to the bottom, usually on the bottom right, it says audio, and you can unclick the red microphone. That's Abby Rose, would you like to share? I know last week you didn't get to. Yeah. And then Amy, you let us know next round you can come on and share too. Yeah, Amy, go ahead whenever, I mean, Abby, whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much, Nicole. So I've done a couple packs with Purium. The very first one I did was the gut health pack, and that was my introduction like over 3 years ago. And I was so surprised how strongly the superfoods hit me at that time. I've been reflecting back on that experience. And yeah, like it really did help me to source a greater amount of energy within myself when I took that pack. I was living in Colorado at the time and was able to just like hike like almost every day because of the amount of energy that cleaning my gut with the gut health pack did for me. I also like would just feel a lot more myself. Like I noticed my emotions became more stable, and like it was like a significant difference in my consciousness like when I was eating those foods. And I remember that I was actually super hesitant to keep taking them at one point because I was just like, oh my god, it's like making me aware of everything and like how I'm feeling, and like it just provides so much clarity when you're eating clean food. So I just really wanted to share that. And then I did the maintenance pack of the ULT. I think it was in August of last year. And that one, it was just like I was ready for like the full effects. Like, and I really got it. I started to learn more about the gut brain connection and how like a lot of these superfoods, they help to regulate your gut, which produces serotonin and other hormones that help you feel really good in your body. So I started to notice like my bipolar symptoms would be a lot less. I was a lot more emotionally stable. Um, and I also noticed that um, like I don't know, it just made me like a lot more aware of how food made me feel. Like as you're cleaning out your gut, it also makes like it starts to wake it up. So if you've been eating non-organic stuff or stuff that's not the best for you, it actually like shows you how that food makes you feel. So it actually changed like made me well, I chose to change what I was eating after I started with that because I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this anymore. So I'm a lot more conscious about what I'm eating, where I'm getting it from because of the maintenance pack. So yeah, that was my experience.
I love that, Abby. I love being able to work with you and hear how this has really been such a game changer in your mental and emotional and physical aspects, and really been able to. I see you shine so much. I see you be so bold and confident, and since we've been working together on this, so I absolutely love. I love it. I love when we can be lit up by pure God's ingredients. So thank you so much for sharing. Hey. Oh, did you hear me? Yeah, you can share whenever you're ready, and then hopefully we can get Amy off mute.
I figured it out.
Perfect. Go right ahead.
I could go ahead.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
All right. So I met Abby doing meditation and belly dancing. I have children and grandchildren, and I've eaten very healthy all my life. So that was a good thing. But what happens in life is that sometimes you get distracted and lost. I was working a lot, overworking, working my business and another job, and got a bit stressed out and started again, eating unhealthy things. Even though I'm a pescatarian, I was a vegetarian for about 38 years and then turned pescatarian in the last 8 or 9 years. So I've basically been taking care of myself, but was eating a little bit more packaged vegetarian stuff, which I hadn't done in a while. And I decided to go back to growing my own food again. And Abby suggested this, and I got it. And I have to tell you that within 4 days, the chemistry in my body, I don't know if anyone else has felt this, but in 4 days, it's like when you do a fast on the fourth day, your brain all of a sudden gets all this clarity. That's what happened. I felt the same thing because I fast once a year during the spring to cleanse myself. And that's what it felt like. It was a very powerful clarity and a lot of energy. Unfortunately, doing it for 10 days, I dropped too much weight. I had no appetite. It takes away my appetite. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but for me in particular, I was so full all the time for some reason after the shakes. I didn't want to have dinner. I'm not like that. I love to eat. So that happened. So now I only do one shake a day, a salad at lunch, which has every day is a different vegetable, and then I have my dinner at night. But just so you know, everybody has a different response to everything. But just doing something for yourself that's this good is important. And I'm very grateful to you, Abby, that you introduced me to this. And that's all I have to say. That's it.
Oh, I love that you made it off mute to make your voice heard. It was beautiful. And, I love how, to reiterate what you were saying, is that this meets you wherever you are. We have clinical tests of people eating McDonald's 3 times a day. Not that I would ever suggest that, but just adding this into their life, and their C-reactive proteins and glyphosate went down in their system while they were ingesting it by 74%. So just truly allowing it to fit into your life however it sees fit. And it is really incredible the amount of detoxification that can happen of like getting rid of chemicals. Because even if we are on a diet, I mean, I was organic for 12 years. And we were still having health issues. And so it wasn't that I was eating toxic food, but our environment is toxic. So until I really introduced Purium's Biomedic and their other detoxifying superfoods, that I realized like, oh wow, I was still getting those chemicals through the water, through the rain, through right, just like the air that we breathe. So yeah, all important pieces to take in. You can go full in, you can add it as supplements, and it's going to continue to nourish you wherever you are. So thanks for sharing.
I don't
Renee,
know
you ready?
how do
Oh,
I mute myself? Oh.
yep. So back at the bottom of the screen, you just have to click the screen and then the bottom. There you go.
All right, awesome shares. I love that, you can just be so appreciative of the person who shared it with you. And that's what's so special about this is that you won't know about it unless somebody tells you. And Nikoll, even though I knew about Purium long before you told me about it again, you really were the inspiration for me to jump back in. And I'm really glad because, like some of you have shared, Amy, I've been on organic and really on a health path for a long time, since 2004. And even with all the things I was doing, I had definitely improvements for sure in all the things that I had done. But the experience that I have with Purium is just something I can't compare. And like Amy said, within days, I noticed a huge difference. So I started back on Purium because I've been, back and forth a few times, and, it continued to stay in my mind over the years. So I got back on it in August of last year, and I started off with a maintenance pack at first, which is about half the lifestyle transformation, just one shake a day. And I did that for a month, and Nikoll was encouraging me, and I was witnessing her and her family doing the 2 shakes a day with the lifestyle transformation. And so I thought I would try it. And that was life altering. And I understood why doing the 2 shakes a day is so important because we're really filling in those gaps of nutrition that we're missing. So September of last year, I started doing the lifestyle transformation, and I haven't stopped. I've literally living on it, and I don't see any end in sight. I get that every single month. Do my 2 shakes a day. I do my parasite cleanse every 3 to 4 months now. So I just live on the regimen, and I feel incredible. I feel like I'm in my 20s again, and I'm in my 40s. I had lifelong digestive issues, so something that started from a very young age. As a kid, I was on lots of antibiotics and always having stomach issues, missing lots of school. And even in the natural world, like, I mean, I did a lot of things and my stomach issues got better, but it never was completely better. And I guess I just got so used to it being better than it was. Like, I didn't have stomach aches anymore, but I just was like, I guess this is better than it was, right? Like, I'm not waking up with a stomach ache every day. And now, since being on the Biomedic religiously since September of last year, there has been a huge shift in my gut health. In my children had the same experience because both of them had one has a gluten sensitivity and the other one has had antibiotics at birth, and so had gut issues, tummy issues, stomach aches, stuff like that. So um, all three of us, I have to report, are having great gut health now, which is great. After a lifelong of suffering with that, you don't realize, until something's fixed, like how much it was actually causing you time and money and suffering. And so I just am so grateful to have returned to this lifestyle and feeling so deeply nourished. Like Amy was saying, like you don't even really feel like you need to eat. And Nikoll said to me from the beginning, like now food is really just for fun, which is kind of cool, right? So, like I'm not so stressing out about the other stuff that I'm eating or that I'm trying to force my kids to eat those 2 bites of broccoli at dinner, like you got to have it, and they have their superfoods, and I know that they're getting everything they need, and I know I'm getting everything I need. And I have to say, there isn't one area of my life that Purium hasn't touched. So emotional, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Every part of my life has completely transformed, and it may seem like a reach if you haven't started this yet, but there is a door that opens to every facet of life that completely transforms you if you lean in, right? So there's lots of support in this community in every single way, and the personal growth and the relationships in the community have been an added blessing. So thank you, and I love your shares, and I'm just so glad everyone's here tonight.
Thank you, Renee. Okay. Let's see where I go from there. But yes, to being able to give our children nourishment without being worried about if they're getting what they need or not. When we give our kids these superfoods, like our mama hearts can rest and peaceful knowing that they're getting nourished. And that is huge for the children of this world right now. And I mean, Renee, you hit the nail on the head when you said this touches every part of your life if you let it, because it really will. When we consume God's pure creations, all kinds of pathways get open for us that may have been blocked before. So I love it. What amazing shares. We're so excited for everyone that's on the journey and those who, are thinking about it or considering it, because, taking proactive steps for your health and staying consistent is such an incredible gift that you give to yourself, but also your loved ones, your children and your parents and your friends. When other people see you healthy, it lights them up and gives them reason to keep going too. Because this journey is about tuning into your own body, nourishing it deeply, elevating your self-care so you can better be of service, right, to your family and then to your community. So to wrap it up, I'm going to answer a few common questions, such as how long should we be on this program and how much does it cost? Right. So we recommend giving your body a 90-day window for best results. When you give yourself at least 90 days, you'll experience amazing shifts for one. And your body didn't get into the current state it's in overnight. It's also not going to transform overnight. So when you give yourself this starting ramp, your body has time to adjust and you can build sustainable, healthy habits. After the 90 days, some people drop down to the maintenance program, which was mentioned a few times here, which is, again, the one meal replacement a day. But most of us stick to this long term. I know my whole family of five lives this. And again, now we just eat for fun, which really takes off a lot of stress from us. So we'll help you navigate your goals after the 90 days. And just remember that you're supported throughout this whole journey. We're always here for you and with you. So how much does it cost? Amazingly, it breaks down to $13 a day. It covers everything I just went over, which is really incredible. You have 2 meal replacements a day. It saves you time and money on grocery shopping and eating out. It's really affordable way to get your health started and to reach goals. In comparison to what some people are spending on $13 a day, we're getting an incredible value for the price. On this program, we will not be micromanaging you, but the more organic, whole foods you eat and the less processed foods you consume, the better the results are going to be. So another common question is, can we have alcohol or coffee? Of course. Are you going to get better results if you choose not to or decrease the amounts? Yes. Remember, our focus is hydration. So through these nutrient-rich liquids, snacking on fruits and vegetables and living foods, minimizing our inflammatory foods like dairy can help your body alkalize more quickly. And I do want to emphasize that this nutrition plan isn't a miracle. Your body is the miracle. Your body is designed to regenerate itself when you provide it the right inputs and tools to support your balance and your homeostasis. So at the end of these calls, we like to share a quick little visual of the comparison and a fun favorite recipe. So I'm excited to share my recipe. I've been sipping on it this whole time, if anybody could guess. And then after, we'll end the recording and we can take some questions if anybody has. So that'll be fun. Thanks, Mary Beth. Yeah, so this is a really fun visual to look at. $13 a day. You could go to Chipotle and get this smoked burrito for one meal for $13 a day. You can go to Whole Foods and grab two of these non-organic juices that come in plastic bottles that have been sitting there for who knows how long, losing their nutritional value for $13 a day. You can get this falafel crunch bowl, which has, 860 calories, and it's over $13 a day. And this is just one meal or one drink, right? This isn't going to fill you up. This isn't going to sustain you. It's certainly not hitting the nutrient load that you need. And it's certainly not um, Ooh, if you could go on mute, that would be awesome. Or Mary Beth, maybe you can help me with that. Yeah, and then so if you look at the other side of the chart here, this is Purium. This is what we just went over. You're going to get two meals, which truly satiate your body because your nutrients, are just flooding your body and your cells. Your body's not hungry for things because it has what it needs. It's so many like healthy fats, so many greens that many of us would not be eating on a regular basis. How we not get it through these superfoods? It's the highest quality that is on the market. It's said that 1% of our soil is good and 1% of our, people are eating from that soil. So this is going to help you get that 1% of quality nutrition into yourself and your family. It comes with the parasite cleanse, which is a game changer if you haven't been through a parasite cleanse. Highly recommend. It's springtime. It's the perfect time to align with this. It's going to help you sleep better, which is where the real healing comes in. And you get all these little benefits like the blender, you get a friendship, a deepened connection with whoever invited you here. So just too many things, to go. $13 a day is nothing. People are spending that on silliness all day long, and it could be really fueling your body. So when you think of it and break it down like that. Mary Beth, if you want to slip to the next slide. So this is my fun recipe that I'm sharing for the week. I call it my land and sea spritzer. And it is pineapple juice. I do half pineapple juice, half water. I love to add the aqua vibrance in the water. And if you don't know about that, remember to check in with whoever invited you here because it is a game changer for the water that we are all consuming. And it's time to kick it up a notch. And it comes with the green spectrum. The green spectrum is a product that we make that has land and sea vegetables, got spirulina and chlorella. So this drink is so energizing for one. It's super refreshing. And again, it's like loaded with all these greens that you wouldn't normally consume. So good. I definitely recommend it as it's starting to warm up in your climate. It's already summertime here in Florida. So this is so delicious. It helps our immune system. It helps detoxify heavy metals out of our body. So when my children want juice, this is what they get. And they love it. You can even make popsicles with it too. Yeah, so that's that. Mary Beth, you can close that down if you like. Thank you so much for helping me on the technical end. Yeah, so I'd love to know who's going to try the recipe. Anybody feel inspired? Does anybody have Green Spectrum on hand? And if you're local, we'll be doing a superfood social this month, and we can have that one on tap so everybody can get some. But again, thank you to everyone who shared stories. Thank you for being here. It means so much to me, and I know, whoever's here that invited you, it just means a lot for us to be present together. So we do this call every Thursday same time, and we'd love to see your smiling faces next week too. Remember that this is an open call. You can always invite people. We all know someone who's looking to upgrade their health, and doing it together is always better. Trust me. We also have a 60-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like it in 60 days or the person you invited doesn't like it, then they can return it. So there's nothing to lose, right? We might be able to change someone's life for the better. So be bold, invite people, and remember to get back to the person that invited you here so you can get all these questions met and learn about all of our amazing products. Yeah, so now we can go into questions and we can end the recording. Awesome. Again, thank you all for being here. Mary Beth, are you with us?
I'm here. I can't find the button.
Okay. Well,